Okay, today I'm going to replace the battery that's in this 2014 Honda Pilot. It's really windy out here and I'm going to have to dub this in, which I'm doing now. I haven't done this in a while, but as you see, I was pointing to that plastic piece that covers the top of the battery. It's just in the way. It actually is a air scoop for the air cleaner, and it's very easily removed. Anyway, this battery is a sealed lead acid battery. The factory stock one that was in here is gone. I had removed it previously to use another battery to get the car to a place where I could buy a battery. So what you're going to see here is a battery that I am taking out that was a replacement battery, and I'll be putting in the new battery that I purchased. And the first thing I need to do is remove that plastic piece right there. Okay, I'm using a regular screwdriver here to take these little clips out with. The center piece of the clip just pops up, and the bottom piece of the clip, it's like a two-piece clip, and it just pulls out. Anyway, kind of fiddling around with this using a screwdriver rather than going and getting the proper tool, but this is just to show you that you can do this with a screwdriver. It is a lot quicker with the right tool. So, see how long it takes me to get this done. Yippee, there's one. And pretty soon, this is a nice new screwdriver too, you know, one of those Harbor Freight screwdrivers. I thought I might as well just go ahead and get a new one. I've got some good screwdrivers, but you know, why walk over there and take 2 minutes to go get a different screwdriver when something else is handy, or get the proper tool? Rather just fight it a little bit with a regular screwdriver here. Okay, so those come right out, actually, very quickly. Now, the only thing you need to do here, this is really easy, is you just sort of lift it up and weasel it around some, and it has a little rubber gasket at the right hand side of it. Yep, there we go, it come right off there, and you can see rubber gasket, and it fits right over the intake port for the air cleaner. Now you can get to this battery really easy. There's really nothing to that thing. Okay, now the battery, the way I like to do this and the way the book says is to remove the negative terminal first, then remove the positive terminal. And then when you put it back in, your new battery, you put the positive terminal on and then the negative terminal, and you take a chance of not creating an arc somewhere. Okay, this is pretty straightforward. Everything here is a 10 millimeter, and I'm going to go ahead and take it loose with my socket wrench. Excuse me, my electric socket wrench. I've speeded things up just to get things done quicker. Okay, this is a 24F battery, and the one I took out, the original, was I think it said 24R, and it was sealed. It had no caps on the top or anything. And over there on the right where the positive is, it kind of sticks up in the way, the battery case that this battery sits in, by it not being the stock battery. And I trimmed the case a little bit. Now this battery has a handle on it. The stock battery did not have a handle, and you need a strap actually to get it out easier. Now this little hold down piece here, the larger piece of it goes to the front, you can see that, and then the narrow piece to the back, and those are 10 millimeter also. There's really not much to this. Deep weld socket, of course. And what you have is, when you get these loose, is there's two little arms. They got little hooks on them. You're probably familiar with this in other vehicles. It's similar. And those little hooks, you can see them down there. They just come out of the little holes that they're designed to fit into, and then you'll be able to I was able to move the metal hold down piece out of the way. Like I said, this is a substitute battery. The original is not in here. Okay, the original battery is not in here like I said previously, and this one has a handle on it, but here's how I got the original battery out. I use a battery strap. I've had this thing for years. I've repaired it, and I keep waiting for it to break again on me. It's always exciting when one of these straps breaks and you're carrying a heavy battery. There's where I put some rivets in it. Has nothing to do with the video though, except for this is how I remove the battery. I just pull it up and out. But I think, okay, before I pull this battery out, I'm going to have to take the case cover that surrounds the battery off. And like I said earlier, I had cut part of the positive side of the case down so that the positive terminal would fit down over the terminal post on the battery. The case seemed to be holding it up a little ways, and I couldn't tighten the terminal down. But that was probably just me. I believe if you take your time, you shouldn't have to cut anything. Okay, now it's time to just go ahead and lift this battery straight up and out. And it's a little heavy, but you can rest it on the frame there at the front of the vehicle, and you've got that out. Now you can see the bottom of the battery tray, and you can take it out and clean it and whatever you want to do. Okay, here's a better look at the battery tray, and it just picks right up and comes out of there no problem whatsoever. I decided to take it out and bang it out a little bit. Didn't wash it out, probably should have washed it out, but I didn't. And there's a picture of my new battery that's going in there. It sets right back down in and good to go. Okay, here we go. I'm going to use the handle on the new battery, drop it down in there. Like I said, it's a 24F, and the caps on the top are for filling. The other one was sealed, and it was just as smooth and flat on the top, and it didn't have a handle, so things fit up a lot easier. And for the sake of saving time, I'll speed the video up, put the case back over the battery here, and try and push it all down and everything. And okay, I had to cut a little piece out around the handle here because the case wasn't going down flush with the top of the battery. And earlier I'd cut some out at the positive side up here, which I probably didn't need to do. And I got anyway, the case got down nice and flush like the original. And now's the time to put the hold down clamp, battery clamp down, and get it underneath the handle there, and then get the little hooks to find their little hole cutouts at the side down below, and get ready to tighten them on. Now it's time to tighten the battery hold down clamp down. I'm going to put a little light grease around these terminals here. Honda had some grease on their terminals, I guess from the factory. And I'm going to use a regular manual ratchet wrench to tighten these connectors down with. I can get a better feel for the tightness. Also, I can get in there a little bit easier than my electric ratchet wrench. Now I'm going to put a little grease around the tops and help keep the corrosion away and protect the cables a little bit more. Okay, for lack of a better word, time to put the ram air scoop back on and get it connected. It just connects over on the right hand side, slips right over the round circular part right there. These little clips just push right in, snap. Really quite fun to do these. Just ignore the dust. There's no dust in Arizona. Lately there hasn't been any rain either, so maybe I ought to wash the car. You know how that works. Okay, now I have to go inside and reset the radio code. As you can tell, this is not my car. Well, it is, but it's my wife's car. So, you know there's a sense of urgency for me to get this done, right? Okay, the audio system theft protection. The audio system is disabled when it is disconnected from the power source, such as when the battery is disconnected, or goes dead. In certain conditions, the system may display enter code. If this occurs, reactivate the audio system. And this is right from the owner's manual on this 2014 Pilot. So, number one, turn the ignition switch to on. Turn on the audio system. Alrighty. So this is Cars, Trucks, and Detours. Until the next video. Thanks everyone for stopping in, and hope your battery replacements go well. And bye for now.